This is the iRig Keys IO. I walked by this thing at least 100 times at Guitar Center, thought about it, always thought it was interesting, never actually took the time to check this thing out to see what it was talking about. I think that it's an interesting premise because it claims to give you everything you need, from pads to knobs to transport controls, even a built-in audio interface to record from. One of the amazing things about this is that it actually works with not only your Mac, but your iPad and iOS devices as well. Now, this thing comes with 3 cables, one to connect to a USB-C iPad, one to connect to your computer via USB-A, and a lightning cable to connect to iPhone, which I think positions this to be an all-in-one MIDI controller / audio interface that can work with any device you use. Something else really dope about this is that it actually runs on batteries as well as being powered by USB. So there you have like an ultimately portable option with this board. Now, as far as in and out is concerned, this thing is loaded. You have a headphone jack out, you have 2 left-right outputs, and you have an XLR TRS combo jack that has 48V power for powering condenser mics. Now, as far as the keys are concerned, they feel absolutely amazing. These are actually some of the best feeling keys I've felt on a MIDI controller in quite a while. Not too springy. It's great dynamic range on them. Yeah, I really love how these keys feel. I'm saying 5 out of 5. A1, these are probably some of the best keys on a MIDI controller that's out on the market, especially in this price range. Now, as far as the pitch bend and slider, is interesting. They got the little slider thing instead of the actual thing, which is cool. Now, I prefer a actual pitch bend in my wheel or a joystick because it's a lot more expressive and easier to control as opposed to this. It's hard to get kind of precise with it. I will say that that's a con. My wheel is probably going to be pretty cool and easy to use, and you got that indicator, but the pitch bend kind of falls apart for me because it doesn't do that very well. Now, your transport controls is actually really, really cool. These indicator lights on playing and going back and forth and record is really, really cool, and I think that's a good implementation. I would prefer something a little bit more, tactile, but this is cool. I'm not mad at it. I'm just indifferent about it. Now, these pads actually feel really, really good and really, really tactile. The only thing is they're probably assigned to MIDI CC by default and not to MIDI notes, so it's not playing notes as I play them. So I probably need to go in and assign them to actually make them, play notes or what have you. Now, as far as how this thing sounds with a mic plugged into it, my mic is now plugged into the iRig key. So what you are hearing now is my mic plugged straight into the keyboard, straight into the preamp. And I think it sounds really, really good and really, really decent for what it is. So this is really, really cool and can definitely be an all-in-one solution for anyone who's wanting to have a complete setup all in one unit itself. Now, this is clocking in at $229, which I think makes it more than worth it. And it comes with a handful of apps that you can use on your iPhone and iPad. It also comes with Sample Take 4, Ableton Live Lite, all of which softwares I've covered on this channel before. You also get 2 free choices of these particular VSTs that they make, which I think is also really, really cool. So overall, I think this is an absolutely amazing buy for what you can spend. And I'm not going to hold you. I think it's probably one of the best MIDI controllers that's on the market right now, because the cost of what you're going to spend for a MIDI controller, 49 key MIDI controller, is going to be in the $100 to $200 range anyway. Also adding in the cost of an audio interface, you're talking probably another 150, $200 depending on what you're trying to get. And you could easily spend $300, $400 to get something comparable to what you get in this entire package by itself. Not to mention that it can work with just about any device you own, whether it's a computer, a Mac, an iPhone, an iPad. This can cover the gamut and give you just about everything you need all in one space. Now, I've covered some of the other iRig keys MIDI controllers in this line, and if you're interested to know what I think about those, check out this video over here, and I'll talk to you guys over there. I'm out. Holla at your boy.